Hey everyone, welcome back to today's video. I'm so happy to share not so 100% good news, but we have to start somewhere. The Charles Darwin University in Darwin has agreed to bring 70 students from 4 countries. And it is a good sign because initially South Australia was thinking about a pilot scheme where everybody was, happy and jumping, and Canberra, University of Canberra also tied up. But then I'm not very sure, but I think the issue was to decide on who will pay for the quarantine and how they're going to manage such administrative issues. And that's where the issue started, I believe. And the pilot scheme was not very successful. It didn't go ahead. But now Darwin has agreed to bring 70 students on 30th of November. And I'm going to give you all the details based on an article. And I'm also going to share the link in the description below to check it out, and also my thoughts about how they will open up for the student visa holders and other skilled visas as well. So stick around till the end to get the complete information.
If you're new to this channel and don't know me, I'm Dr. Priya, PhD in biotechnology, academician by profession, moved to Australia as a skilled migrant in 2016, got my permanent residency, filing for my citizenship this year. And this channel is all about educating and making people aware of the different types of visas and process them without getting scammed by spending thousands and lakhs of rupees. So make sure to hit the subscribe and turn the notifications on to be instantly notified of the new videos. Without much delay, let's get on to today's video.
So this is the article that's been posted yesterday. So they've said that Australia is going to take only from 4 countries, which leaves us in a bit of a question. I'm going to answer your question in a minute. So they're going to let students from China, Japan, Vietnam, and Indonesia. And looking at this, there were multiple comments and multiple people saying that China is where everything started, but how are they allowing the China students but not the others? But obviously, we all know the numbers in China is almost very, very minimum or nil at the moment. They control the scenario pretty well compared to the rest of the world, especially US and Europe. So that's the reason they're not listed. And Australia has also announced that UK and US are pretty far from getting into Australia at the moment. But parts of Asia are definitely considered. So right now they're allowing from these 4 countries: China, Japan, Vietnam, and Indonesia. And Northern Territory, this is another reason to celebrate, because you know how much I've been supportive about Darwin. There's so many misconceptions about Darwin for skilled migrants and student visa holders, but definitely, if not a lifetime, it's a good stepping stone, and you get all the benefits of regional visa points, and it's a good starting point. I lived there for 3 years and I know it. I can vouch for it. So another reason to celebrate Charles Darwin University taking up this amazing initiative, and they are going to let students to come back. So there was a question whether it's going to be new students or whether it's already existing students who were stranded overseas when they went for a holiday last year. So they've said it's going to be a mix of new and currently enrolled students. So usually in the VET courses, that is vocational education, undergraduate, postgraduate, PhD programs, including law, nursing, IT teaching, accounting, and engineering. I also mentioned in my last video, they are allowing visas in sectors which is going to bring back the Australian economy. So there are certain sectors that has been identified, like the primary healthcare sectors, the IT and mining and stuff, which is going to bring back the Australian economy. So these sectors are really of focus at the moment. And check out my other video about the global talent visa schemes as well, which is a quick scheme that you can get your permanent residence pathway. So that is also another interesting stream to get your foot at the door. Now, students from these countries, they should have the permission to transit via Singapore. So continuing students always will be given a more priority. And you can see that almost 90% of the 70 seats already been filled, and very little seats are remaining, and it's expected to be filled in the future. So CDU has ensured health and safety will be maintained. Obviously, there'll be quarantined for 14 days, and then they'll be tested and then let into the university. Now comes the next question: what about students from India? So we all agree that India is a very, very significant chunk of the migrant population in Australia. So now we know the scenario in India is not that great. We didn't contain the virus. We can't contain the virus with the population density. That's understandable. But they are looking at options. Now they've said that they are considering somewhere early next year. So that is a good sign. So somewhere something has to start for us to actually experiment and see whether this is working or not. So CDU being a smaller, university, and also NT being less populated, there was only a single digit cases in overall COVID cases there. So they contained it pretty well. And so that is a good starting point for them to see how this pilot scheme is working. So the other universities can actually mirror the same protocol and bring in more students. So always, even after they come here, they will be asked to maintain social distancing and make sure they are keen. So CDU is really, really looking forward to bring students by 2021. Another reason for you all to consider Darwin as an option to come here and pursue your studies. There are multiple videos I've done about Darwin lifestyle, Darwin jobs, and how to get jobs as students. So if you're a student, if you're aiming to visit Australia next year, make sure to check those videos. If you found it interesting, if you found this information useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to get immediate updates like this. And also to be notified, turn the notifications on to be instantly notified of my new videos. And I'll see you all in the next video.